right, Dom, thoughts on the game?
Well, it's a tough game. We took our time getting out of the gate there a little bit, but I thought the last 20 minutes of the first half we kind of figured out and played better. And then the second half, I thought we had a good half and created a lot of chances. You know, happy for Brad to be the first guy to score here. I think it's very appropriate. It was a wonderful goal. And then you know, we created some more chances, and then DC came all in at the end. So yeah, very happy. Happy for the crowd. The crowd was fantastic today. The roar of the crowd after we scored the goal was very impressive. I hope we do that more often. And just happy for the guys, happy for the fans, happy for our owners, especially Mr. Philip Anschutz, who's top man as far as I can tell and as far as I know. And everyone's happy, and hopefully we can do it again on Tuesday.
Coach, it felt like you guys kept staying at it, but you knew eventually they would wear down this season.
We certainly hope so. I mean, we did have a tough game on Wednesday, and you know, we did make some changes. And you know, I thought the subs came on and helped. I thought the addition of Luis and Colin and then later Mac, I think it kept our our attacking movements going forward good. You know, so you never know how these games are going to end up. I mean, the first half was a bit of a stalemate. We had a good little chance at the end. I think it kind of gave us a little confidence going in the locker room at halftime. And in the second half, I thought our first movements going forward were good, and it gave us confidence for the rest of the half.
Talk about your defensive effort as well.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, they didn't really have a chance or a shot on goal, I don't think, until a real shot on goal until the second half. And that was late, probably the 80-something minute. So, you know, we pride ourselves on defending. I thought we defended better than the last time we played against DC. And I think that's helped you win games.
What did you do different than the road game?
We kept the ball better. I think our defensive shape when the ball turned over was better. The one thing about Dwayne, we all know Dwayne and enjoy watching him play, is when the ball turns over, that's when he can be at his most dangerous, because he does find pockets. And they were playing pretty good off Pontius and Santos at times, but not as much today as last Saturday. I think we played a little bit deeper when the ball turned over, and it kind of it didn't really give them the chance to spring the attacks, I think, like as much as they did.
Dom, what goes through your head? Obviously, you just have the lead, but just to see Brad Davis share it with the crowd like you did with the supporters.
I didn't. To be honest, I didn't see him.
You're too busy.
I was way. Yeah, we just turned to the coaches, and you know, we were high-fiving a little bit, and I had no idea where he ran. I just know when it went in. I was pretty happy with that. I think everyone kind of celebrated their own little way, but if where did he go?
It won't work.
No.
How did you feel to share this moment with the fans?
I tell you what, I was just wanting a goal. I wanted to win the game because you know it's not very often you get to open up a stadium, the place is sold out, and there's so much activity around. You want to make sure you take advantage of the opportunity to give the fans what they're coming here for. You know, they are coming for the event. They want to see the home team win, and that's the one thing you want. That's the last impression they'll remember is the scoreline when they leave the stadium. So when Brad scored, you know, the first thing you always do is look at the clock, see how much time's left. And then when you kind of get the game going again, you make sure your team has good awareness when the ball turns over, good shape when the ball turns over, but also not stop attacking, which I don't think we did. I thought we did a good job of you know, trying to pressure them still.
Now, what did you try to tell you guys to help them manage the moment, not get caught up in it all?
Not a lot, Steve. I mean, the locker room was pretty bouncy, and I kind of left them alone. You know, the one thing I did say is just make sure your focus is on 90 minutes. You know, it's going to be wonderful walking down the tunnel. It's the first time they're going to do that. First time, you know, with the crowd cheering their names. But in the end, you hate to strip it down and be dull about it, but it is a game, and there's nothing different about it except the event. So just made sure that, hey, you know, we did remind them we played DC 2 weeks ago. They'd like to do some things. Let's make sure we were aware to that. But also just focusing on them. It's the best way you can enjoy this is by winning, and I think that's where your concentration has to be at its highest.
Don, you touched on it earlier in the press conference. How important was it that Brad Davis or Brian Chin, one of the original Dynamos, get to score that first time?
To be honest, I really couldn't care who scored the goal today. It could have been off an own goal, and I'd be happy because you just want to get the win. It's the storyline, and for the media, and for history many years from now, it's great. And like I said, I'm very happy for Brad, and you hope, you know, that one of those two guys would get a goal. But deep down inside as a coach of the team and being just worried about the wins and losses, I mean, if the referee would have had it in, I would have been happy. So I didn't really want it. But tomorrow morning I'll wake up and read the story. I'll be very happy for Brad.
More questions?
You hit it on a pressure issue for the opening of a stadium. Was it real to you in a way that
Yeah, I'd say the last couple nights, and it had nothing to do with the New York game. You know, I'm maybe giving you away something here, but I always feel a little bit more nervous at home when you play at home because you're supposed to win the games at home, or you'd be advantage in your favor, so you want to make sure things go your way. So the last couple of nights, you know, coming off New York City, I knew we would rebound well. I think the team's it's a pretty sturdy group of guys. But yeah, very nervous because you want it to go well. You want to win. We've been waiting for this for a long time, and really think the last 16 months when the construction started, that's kind of when it becomes real to the guys that are here. So I didn't sleep so well the last couple of nights. Had nothing to do with the storm. It was a storm going on inside my head, and the storm that was hopefully happening about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Coach, how do you turn around now? You've got Portland on Tuesday, 3rd game in the space of 7 days. How are you going to keep the boys fit without?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to change things up. I think it would be an absolute crime to ask these guys to go out there and play 90 minutes again. Hopefully the weather will cool down as we prepare for the game. So we'll make some changes. The guys have been good. Tomorrow they have some treatments with the physios. We'll have a light session on Monday, and then we'll get back to it on Tuesday. You don't really get a chance to kind of rest with a schedule like this. So I think they walk off the field remembering what's happened today. It's not going to be hard to get prepared and get the guys ready for this, especially if the fans come out and kind like they did today.
Dom, you said you were nervous. With that said, did the moment today live up to the expectation, or?
It depends on what your expectations are, Daryl. I mean,
What your expectations?
My expectations were I didn't have any really. I just wanted the team to win. All mine were wants today. There was I knew the crowd was going to be good. I'd been to the stadium at night and when the academy played the other night, so I knew. I was kind of waiting for the sound of the crowd with the roar of a goal, and that was you want to try to. And I do remember that. I don't remember that very often, but I do remember when Brad scored it. You're just hearing the crowd. It was wonderful. Obviously, I'm glad it was for us too. But expectations. Nothing, just all wants, and I think what I wanted today was thankfully granted.
Anybody else? Good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Listener, may I say one more thing? All along the way here too, we've been here for 6.5 years, and the media has been very kind to us. I think very supportive in our quest for a stadium. And I just want to say to all the people here, thank you for your kindness and your good words and your support. And hopefully we have another successful season this year. So thank you guys.